Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast. It's a Euros Matchday 3 deadline stream with myself and Ben. How you getting on, mate?
How you doing, mate? Not too bad here. Looking forward to this deadline.
Sweating it out in the loft up there. It's a hot one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling about your planning at the moment? It's a hard week, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm happy with it. Obviously, I think if we knew who was playing, it'd be a lot easier. But obviously, that's the problem with these deadlines. You just got to try and get as much information as you can.
That's what we were saying, wasn't it? I think we're just going to have to make our best guesses because, you just don't know. Without seeing the lineups, you just got no idea. I know a lot of our Discord members or Patreon members are a little bit annoyed about this week because it does seem a lot like guesswork, but just got to do our best, I think. We are, so for this deadline stream, obviously we're doing a bit longer than usual because we couldn't really fit a pod in before the deadline. The turnaround's so quick for this Euro. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some questions from our Patreon members that have, so we've got a little tab, questions for the podcast. So we're going to go through questions from our Patreon members for the first half hour or so, and then we'll treat it like one of our usual deadline streams where we go through all your questions in the YouTube chat. So hello to everyone in the chat on YouTube, and obviously our Patreon members as well. So should we just kick it straight off with them questions?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, and if you are interested in becoming a Patreon member, there'll be a link in the description below for that as well. I think we're live on Twitter as well. So if you're in the chat and you hear from Twitter, give us a shout in the chat. Let us know that it's all working all right. But the questions have to go in on YouTube. Right, I'll open up the old Discord and we'll get some of these Patreon questions out. So first up, I think we had Lee. So Lee Hooper. So he's saying, anyone else thinking of setting out a plan A and a plan B? When do you think we may get the German team, which I feel could be crucial for a lot of us? If it's 10 minutes before the shutout, it could be late minute panic if things change. So have you been setting out like a plan A or plan B for these lineups?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been having a look at different options. We're hearing that the German lineup should be exactly the same. Nagelsmann said in his press conference that he's not going to be changing his team, but we don't know what they're like over there. Did he lie like they do in the Premier League? I'm hoping he's telling the truth. So then if you have any German players, you don't need to move them on. You can look at other players that are possibly already through who might get rotated.
Yeah, they've been surprisingly keen to get their lineups out quickly, haven't they, Germany?
Yeah, really early, like days before. I suppose it's everyone knows their roles then, don't they?
I'll definitely do me a favour because, I sort of had my plan A, plan B, like you said, and plan A looks good, but then if one of my Germany players was dropped out, the alternatives, I didn't really like them as much. So I'm hoping that the Germany team is unchanged, but I have got a little bit of a contingency plan together. We'll probably be panicking if it does come out and it's different. Then we had after that, we had Noopy, Miss Noopy. Hello, chaps. Thanks for the podcast. Which German, Spanish, Portuguese, English, and French players will most likely be rested for Matchday 3? I may as well run through where I think we're at with these teams because we've obviously just mentioned Germany. We think potentially no players rested. They've got to avoid defeat to Switzerland to get top. So I don't think they can really mess about too much. I did think maybe Havertz or Wirtz, Mittelstadt, because he's on a yellow, might have swapped around. But it sounds like they're going to just go full strength and then change again.
They might potentially bring the key players off early, but it looks like they're going to start with the same team.
Yeah, I think so. Spain, do you think they just changed the whole team? We were just looking at a picture, weren't we?
Yeah. So we were looking at we just saw a picture in the last half an hour where it looked like there was 11 lads there from the Spain team all posing for a photo in training, and every single player wasn't in the starting lineup in the last 2 games. So it looks like a potential lineup for the next game.
Yeah, I think that FPL is FPL Fran, FPL __ Fran said if you don't recognise the faces in the picture, it's Ramiro in goal, Navas, Vivian, Laporte, Grimaldo. So Grimaldo could be an interesting one. And I did say Navas, didn't I? Like at 2.5 million, you could get a right back at Spain.
Yeah.
I know we're both questioning whether he should actually be in the team.
Yeah, and like you said, we got the overhaul after the after the group stages, so we can change our team anyway. So you can go for a couple of punts.
Yeah. So Grimaldo or Navas could be all right. Zubamendi replacing Rodri, who's suspended anyway, and then Firmin and Olmo. It looks like with Ferran Torres, Hosselu, and Oyarzabal up top potentially. So that might solve the Spain questions if we believe their training lineup. Portugal, this is hard. What do you think? Who's going to get rested? Everyone, or
I think they'll rest like your Cancelo, Bruno Fernandes. I think Ronaldo probably will be rested, but because it's like his legacy. I would imagine he'll be knocking on the door to play, to just say, "Oh look, I want to play. Just play me. This might be my last Euros." Try and get the top goal scorer. It only takes him to score 3 goals and he's top goal scorer, or even 2, and he's joint top.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They've got a decent fixture, haven't they?
We've got Daniel in the chat as well saying we all know that Ronaldo is the actual manager of Portugal. It's a pretty good point. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's logical that he doesn't start. You'd think they'd wanted to prioritise keeping everyone fit for the next lot of rounds, but yeah, like you say, it's Ronaldo, isn't it? You don't know what they'll do, and if he is actually calling the shots himself. What about Bruno?
Yeah, I think he'll be rested. I think Bernardo Silva. I think that they've got such a good squad. Even if they put the second squad out, they'll still be strong. So, and obviously they've won the first 2 matches, so they're through anyway. So, yeah.
The only bit that I did think could be like a definite is that someone told me that Rafael Leao, that's his name, isn't it? On the wing, picked up his second yellow, so he's suspended. So that if you think you know who the left winger will be, that one seems to be like definite.
Yeah, we've seen a rumor on Football Whispers, and it says that Sa, Dallo, Inacio, is it Adrian Silva, Semedo, Neves, Nunes, Raul Neves, Felix, Ramos, and Jota should be starting, but that's just a rumor.
Yeah, Jota could be a good one. I thought about that, Gonzalo Ramos, but he hasn't come on at any point yet, has he?
No, not yet. No. He started in the last World Cup, but they had a different manager, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't.
Did I say Rafael Neves? I mean Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves. They got the other one as well, haven't they? Ruben Neves and Nunes.
The Benfica player, highly rated. Yeah, he's supposed to be a really, really good player.
And then France, I can't see France rotating at all because they're level on points with Holland, aren't they? So it's kind of a shootout. Who gets the better goal difference or the better result, I guess. So I think they're going to have to go full strength. The questions will be around Mbappe, I suppose, on that one.
Yep.
Whether or not we think he starts, but he had behind closed doors friendly where he apparently scored 2, assisted 2 in 60 minutes. I did check to see who that was supposedly against. I can't remember the name, but it was a Bundesliga 2 side.
Right. Okay. It's not too bad then.
Yeah.
I thought it's going to be like a farmers team.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I looked them up.
because Bayern Munich always play teams like from nowhere, and then they always start this pre-season with like a 20-0 win.
Yeah. Let me just see if I can find a name. SC Paderborn, I think it was.
Paderborn, they're decent. I know them, yeah.
I've not heard of them. But yeah, must be a decent enough side.
They were in the top flight not long ago.
But yeah, that's apparently who they played. But I'm sure they probably said, none of you touch Mbappe.
Yeah.
Do not touch him. Yeah, cheers, Noopy, for the question. We had Bradders up next in the chat. So he said he's writing this before the Portugal game. If Portugal were to win and go through, is it worth taking Ronaldo out for the potential bench and spend the money elsewhere, or keep Ronaldo in? We sort of answered, but and then the same with Bruno and Cancelo. But I've got all three of them, and I'm thinking about getting rid of all of them at the moment.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. If they're not going to play, I mean, it's a risk, but we don't know. We won't see the lineups, but by the sounds of it, it looks like they're going to rotate the rest of the players for the next round.
Yeah, I think that's what they'll do personally. It just doesn't seem worth the risk if they did end up getting an injury or something. Up next, we had Magoo in the chat. So based on results so far, who do you think will be resting players? I guess we've covered again. Spain have won the group, so that'll be their second string. Yeah, we've covered that one. But the next part was the teams with the nicest fixtures in Matchday 3. So what teams are you looking at for Matchday 3?
Belgium, they've got Ukraine, and they both need to win, so it should be an open match.
It's a close group, isn't it?
Yeah. I like the look of maybe going for a punt in Spain game against Albania.
Yeah.
Well, who else? Today we have Germany. No, I think Switzerland's a tough game, so I'm not. If I had German players, I'd just keep them. I wouldn't probably bring any in. France against Poland. Do you want to name some?
Yeah, I said Portugal and Spain. Obviously, you could gamble on one of the second string players. Like you said, you haven't got to keep them after that. Belgium, again, like you said, all the teams need a win, don't they? In that group, and I feel like this one is probably more heart than head.
I know what you're going to say.
do you reckon England could turn it on for the final game?
I don't know. Like, I don't fancy England at all.
It's been bad so far.
It was really bad, and I don't know. Like, England would probably be happy with a draw. The way that Southgate, the way they ended that match against Denmark, it looked like they were just happy to take the draw. They wasn't trying to push on and score a goal. And if they get another draw, that should pretty much seal top spot. So yeah.
I'm just quickly reading something on Twitter that might be handy. I'll be literally 2 seconds about the Portugal team. So FPL reaction, Lewis.
Yep.
Has put out. He's found a little quote from Martinez saying, "As the victory secured Portugal's progress to the knockout rounds, Martinez said that he will rotate his squad in the last group game on Wednesday against Georgia." And then the quote was, "Securing first place is good because there are a lot of players in the dressing room who deserve to play, and we need to give them opportunities to show what they can do and create a competitive environment in the team during the tournament," said Martinez.
Yeah.
So that sounds like big rotation, I think. Yeah, I think that was the Matchday 3 targets. Then we had Baz up next. So which of the more unfancied teams at the Euros have impressed you the most? And are there any players in your thoughts for Matchday 3 from those teams?
It's been all the teams have been pretty solid in this Euros. Been impressed with Austria. I was impressed with Romania, the way they played even in both games, especially with the 3-0 win. I've been impressed with pretty much every team. Like every team's put up a good fight. There's been no like easy matches. Like Slovakia beating Belgium as well. So it's been a good Euros.
Yeah, the only one I put down was really Austria. I was thinking that Ukraine were going to be one of the sort of dark horse teams, but this hasn't happened, has it, for them? They did come back in that last game, but they've looked a bit dodgy, I thought, overall. And even people like Dovbik, who people were tipping to have a good tournament's been pretty poor,
Yeah,
isn't he? So
Sigankov got dropped, didn't he, as well?
yeah, I'd probably just say Austria, but I mean that Baumgartner looks brilliant, and the Bitzer would have looked better if he didn't give the pen to Arnautovic, which surprised us. We had him on Telegraph, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, Baumgartner's a good enabler if you want someone from a smaller country.
But I can't see myself bringing them in for this final
Yeah.
game. I don't think, not against Holland. Do you think they'll do all right against Holland? Do you expect Holland to win?
I think it'll be a tough match for Holland. I do expect them to win, but I think it might only be like a 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah, coming off the back, I did wonder like where Holland have just played France, coming off the back of that game and then playing against the sort of high press could be a hard one. But yeah, I don't think I'd be bringing anyone in at this point from there. David, 87. He's asking, anyone using boosters for match day 3? And how would you play them for the remainder of the tournament if you had all 3? Drop in the chat if you're planning to use a booster. Do you know what? To help out as well, let me see if I can set up a little what do you call it? Little poll in the chat. But if you had all of your boosters, which you've used 2 already, haven't you?
Yeah, nearly all out, mate.
What'd you do if you had them all?
If I had them all now, possibly max captain or 12th man today, because I don't think we're going to get a full. We might not get a full team out. If you might do if you're lucky, but you might not get a full team out. So I'd save it for when you think you're going to get a full 11 out. So probably last 16, you're going to get a overhaul or a wild card or whatever you want to call it, and you can pick a full team and then try and base your team on attacking defenders, midfielders, and strikers, and try and get loads of goals. But obviously, as we get into the knockout stages, it gets a bit tighter. But we do have the extra time, so there might be goals in extra time as well. So that also means clean sheets are going to get wiped out as well.
So if I do the poll as, are you using a booster in match day 3? And then the options, goal bonus, max captain, 12th man, or no booster. I'll stick that in the chat now.
Yeah, I think you've got to use them all before the quarterfinals, I think. But I mean, you could get away with a 12th man or a max captain later on because it doesn't rely so much on having a full team. But yeah, if you want to get some points on the board, you want to get them used in the group stages and while there's more matches as well.
I just seen a super chat come through. Daniel saying Tony's gone AWOL, so I can't copy his team in his work league. Is that what he's done? Is it?
Yeah, Daniel messaged last week, didn't he? Saying he sent some money, saying here's some money, more money for his winnings because he's in the same work league.
In his holiday pot.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll put this one in our holiday pot then. Cheers, Daniel. We don't even know his team. He's not even let us in on it. I think he's being extra secretive this week. Cheers for that. Who we got up next? Oh no, sorry, I didn't cover the boosters. I was too busy making the poll. So I've only got 12th man left on my one, and I am actually toying with whether or not to use it this week. It's probably going to be between this week and round of 16 for the 12th man for me. I'm still not sure. We've got a bit of time. But if I had them all now, I've already used goal bonus, which flopped in the first week. Max captain done all right for me this week. I got I think Gundogan in the end. What did he get? 26 points for me in the end, so that weren't too bad. But I think if I had them all left, I might use Max captain now. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Max captain or 12th man.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to sort of spread the captaincy in case you did keep someone and they did get rested. I do like goal bonus for round of 16. I think you said that as well. And then 12th man, I'm not. I don't think I'm too fussed when 12th man gets used because it doesn't depend on your whole team, does it? As such, whereas the other ones you kind of want your whole team to be good. So yeah, 12th man. I don't even think there's a problem if you wanted to use 12th man quite late on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you have loads of players get knocked out in the quarterfinals, then at least you've got that extra player to come in the 12th man.
I guess the good thing about that goal bonus in Matchday 4 once you get unlimited transfers, don't you? So you've got a fresh starter setting your team up for it, which looks quite good. Nathan in the chat, Nathan in the Discord is saying, who do you think the best differentials are for Matchday 3? In particular, those who should start due to rotation. Now, that was his question, but he's answered it with actually some answers that probably are spot on, really. So he's put João Felix, he's weighing these up. João Felix, Jota, Ronaldo, and Oyarzabal, which I think he has nailed his own question there, I think, personally. But are there any outside of that you think could be good?
I like Jota. He's good for a goal. Felix could be good on bonus. Maybe not so much on a goal on that bit. He does pop up with the odd goal. I really like Ronaldo. I like Teo Hernandez as well. Quite attacking fullback. Quite dear though, 5 million. But if you're going to get a wild card after this, so if you can afford it, it'd be good. Let you call someone and I'll see if I can think some more.
Yeah, well, I mentioned it briefly earlier, but if you are still looking for budget but still getting good value for money, if that Navas is due to start at right back, he's 2.5 million, which I know it's going to be a little bit of a makeshift defence, or it's still got a few decent players in it, but yeah, 2.5 to get a Spanish defender or fullback looks pretty good to me. Maybe Ferran Torres or Olmo, both attacking, but I think I do prefer Oyarzabal. Is he the one who scored a hat-trick as well?
In the friendly.
Yeah, in the last few friendlies. And I did hear someone say that they thought that he could be on penalties, potentially. It'll be him or Joselu if they do fully change the team.
Yeah. I like Belgian options as well. You've got Doku, De Bruyne. Yeah.
I suppose Dalot.
Griezmann.
I suppose Dalot will benefit from rotation, won't he? Because he didn't play the last one.
Yeah.
So,
he should be in.
I think he looks an all right option as well. And we know, and you know, he's one that you know what you're getting with as well, don't you? Compared to some of these names.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for any lower countries, like say a Hungary striker or something against Scotland. I just think it's not worth it. Just go for the teams with the better players.
Who we got up next? Ryan Driver. This is going to be a fun one. So, what does Southgate need to do to get a better tune out of this England team? And then do you hope to see plenty of changes for the third game? So what do you think Southgate is going to... Well, what would you do? And then what do you think Southgate actually will do, I suppose?
I just let them go out and play. It's like it looks like they've got the handbrake on and just keep just passing the ball sideways. They're not playing a natural game. I'd play Foden in the middle. Probably start Gordon. Do you know, I wouldn't mind a 3-4-3. Play Gordon as the left midfielder, Trent as a right midfielder, and then play Walker Gahey and Stones at the back, and then play Bellingham, Rice in the middle, with Foden floating about, and then Saka and Kane. But
he has played that. He has played like a back five or three at the back before, hasn't he?
yeah, against Germany in the Euros last time he did a 3-4-3, and it worked to treat like. But obviously Grealish came off the bench as well to get the assist for Kane's. I think it was I can't remember who scored the first one. Who scored the first one? Was it Kane as well?
When, sorry?
Anyway, against Germany in the Euros 2021.
Oh, blimey.
I know Kane scored one when Grealish came off the bench. Yeah.
I can't remember what
I
happened yesterday.
like to see Palmer and come off the bench as well, and just get some of these attacking players on the pitch. We keep just bringing Gallagher on. I don't see the point of bringing him on.
But like, if we were to do that for the final sort of game, what about when he gets to the knockouts? Because he's just going to revert back, isn't he? He's not going to keep attacking.
Well, it depends, doesn't it, who we're playing? Because when we played Germany, he went to 3 at the back, so then we matched them up, three defenders on 3 midfielders.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, 3 strikers.
I'd probably just drop. I think I'd probably just. I feel like one of Bellingham and Foden's just got to go to sort the balance out, which I know is horrible. I know it's horrible, but I think I'd take Foden out and just put Gordon on the left, and then give Mainu or Walton a go instead of Trent in that DM role, and just get him playing ready for when we do hopefully play one of these bigger teams maybe. And I don't think it's a massive problem if Bellingham has to play sort of 70 minutes all out, and then Foden comes in his position, plays the final few, and then you've got sort of Eze who can swap with Gordon. So yeah, I don't mind that, but quite honestly, I could see him just swapping Trent for Gallagher tomorrow. I think that's what he's going to do. And I think everyone will hate it.
He might surprise us.
Maybe. Who's up next? So Graham says, will you be disappointed if they replace Park the Bus with goal bonus in the main game?
No, I like it.
Yeah,
I prefer it to Park the Bus, because you have to change your team. If there's only 2 transfers as well back in the season, it's a bit harder to set your team up. If there's 3 transfers like in the Euros, then it might be a bit easier, but you still got to move to a back 5 to maximise it, and I just think it's pointless chip. And I think, did they say would you get rid of the chips? Was that a different question?
Yeah, so the next question was, there's currently 3 boosters. Would you like to see more or change any? If so, what would they be?
I'd sack them off.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I would.
I like the captains,
yeah.
And the vice captains definitely needs to be added to the season game. That was good. That's good, that.
Yeah, that's pretty much a combo of Noble's question. Gaz said no boosters. And then they said, yeah, the vice captain and the captain seems good. Yeah, I'm in agreement. I don't mind if we could have a wild card or unlimited transfers to use whenever we wanted, like a one-off, rather than us all do it at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not that keen.
That'd be good.
Matt Woolley, would any of you gamble on Mbappe starting as a differential?
I think he will start, won't he? It's tricky, but he looked like he was like gagging to get on the pitch the other night, wasn't he? He was up and down shouting. So, and he looks all right. And like you say, he's played in that friendly, but I think it might be worth the gamble.
We got loads of questions in the YouTube chat on this as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the gamble. I think I'm going to take the gamble and bring him, but it is a risk. And like what I am thinking as well is it's only going to take like a ball to the face or a clash of heads or a knock, and he is going to just start bleeding again, isn't it? Probably, even with the mask. But yeah, I feel like by the round of 16 with these unlimited transfers, everyone is going to just have him. So I feel like to be able to maybe get him a week earlier could be beneficial. Best time to use max captain and goal booster or goal bonus from Stringer. I think we covered that, didn't we, on the boosters? I'd use max cap this week if I had it, and then goal bonus in round 16. Baz wants pick one for this week: Foden or Griezmann.
I think I'd go Griezmann. I think France have got potential to score more goals. England just don't look like scoring, and France look really good. And they need to score a few goals as well. If Mbappe's back as well. Griezmann missed a couple of chances the other night, but got 3 shots on target, so it's looking all right. But he might play a bit deeper again. He was playing in the front three while Mbappe weren't there.
That one wasn't his fault, was it? That one that Rabiot squared to him. He had no. He just should have hit it, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. Reckon there's a do you think there's a chance Foden's left out, or you reckon he's going to play regardless?
I think he'll play.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he might get taken off early again.
Yeah. No, I think Griezmann, just because it hasn't been working for Foden so far. I don't think. I do think there could be a chance that he doesn't start. And then Anthony, the last one before we move on to the chat. So best 4.5 million or below midfielder to target, I'm guessing, for this week.
That's a tricky one.
I still like Szoboszlai. I know there's like more fashionable picks out there, but I think he's still going to do well tonight against Scotland. And he's 3.5. I think apparently he had some sort of knock or something. Might have missed a training session, but I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with Musiala, can you? If he's definitely starting. But it is a tricky game. Or you could look at the Portugal or Spain players. Want a differential.
I suppose you could go for one of those. There was one at Portugal at 4.5, I think. A lot of the Portuguese ones were 4.5. Let me check that. So Portugal and Spain, 4.5. Did you say mid?
Yeah.
So Leao is obviously out. Olmo at 4. Not bad. Yamal and Nico Williams, they're surely going to get rested, aren't they? I think.
Yeah, they won't. It looks like they're not playing.
Pedro Neto's come on, I think, in both games off the bench. He might be all right to start off with.
He's not rumoured to start in that lineup, though.
Is he not in that? Is he not in that predicted? No.
Looks quite a defensive lineup. You've got Nunes, who plays City, Neves for Benfica, and Ruben Neves as well, who's quite a deep line playmaker. And it's Ramos, Jota, and Felix in the front three. But yeah, maybe Olmo from Spain.
I think a couple of the French players are 4.5. Something like the extra
Dembele's 4.5.
Is Thuram down as a striker, or is he?
I think he is. Yeah.
He hasn't been great, Dembele, but still a good price. Right. Let's just have a look. So I think that's all of the Patreon questions. So here's to our Patreon members for supporting the channel. Like I said, again, there's a link in the description below. You can get access to our Discord chat server via the Patreon. We've got lots going on in that chat over this Euros. So yeah, do check it out, and you will usually get the early access to the pod, but we just had to get this one straight out because of the deadline. So we've got 50 minutes till the deadline. So let's jump into some of these YouTube questions in the chat. And if you haven't already left a like on the video, please do leave a like. It helps the channel. Where do we begin? God, I've got quite a few. So we've got Billy Sims here. He's on 193 points, and actually he asked earlier, or not? He didn't ask. I said I'd give him a shout out because he's top of the community league, I think, at the minute that I've got set up.
Well done, mate.
He's having a great start. We'll probably cover that league, and then we'll have to read out some of our cash leagues at some point as well in a future episode, maybe before the round of 16. We'll do that. So he's on Dubravka, Mittelstadt, Gahey, Trent, Gundo, Bruno, Doku, Musiala, Havertz, Kane, Lukaku. Thinking Trent, Bruno, and Havertz out, but who to put in? Agree with them. I think Havertz could start, but limited minutes maybe.
Yeah, he might bring Fulkrug on. I think I agree with that. Like Trent's a risk of starting. Everybody else looks like they're going to start, apart from Bruno. So yeah, I think them three to come out. Who to come in? So maybe a Theo Hernandez or a Grimaldo, just because it's the one game. They look like they're going to be starting. Or if you need a cheaper defender, maybe a Wout Vase and or a Gahey midfield. I like De Bruyne or Griezmann, something like that. And up front, it's tricky at that price. I mean, if Mbappe's back, you're going to sell Bruno and bring Mbappe in, and then probably bring a cheaper defender in and bring a more dearer midfielder in. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah, could make that work if budget was tight. You could put in the old Navas shout, the cheaper defender, then the full Mbappe, and you might even get a Bellingham or something, depending on how much budget you got left.
Willie Orban's 2.5 million as well. He's
Hungry.
They're playing Scotland, and he's done all right for the bonus in one game, and he's got goals. He's got shots on target in both games as well.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that he's got quite a few tackles actually. Miss Snoopy, evening everyone. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine. Nothing better than sunshine and football. Not a question, but I am enjoying it. It's starting to feel like a proper summer now with a bit of football and the sun out. Evening to Simon. So he's got Lunin, Gahey, Cancelo, Mittelstadt, Musiala, Wirtz, Gundogan, Szoboszlai, Kane, Ronaldo, Lukaku. What changes? Would you bother changing the keeper at this point, or do you just see it out with one more game with no points in goal?
So we got Ronaldo is a risk. Cancelo. Probably could change the keeper, but who do you think? Just someone who's going to get a clean sheet. Could go for anyone really. Who do you think?
I've been fine with Dubravka really. Playing against Romania.
Yeah,
I know the people that went on him this week didn't do so well, but for the price, I still think it's good. But I mean, you can work with whatever budget you've got left, I suppose, on the keeper.
How much is?
I guess you could get Jose Sarr, or
I was just about to say that.
Is that who you're
Spain
thinking?
keeper.
The only thing with the Spain one, I thought it'd be Raya, but then the picture wasn't Raya.
Ramiro's only 2.5 million. I can't believe Raya's not second choice. He'd be my first choice really, but so it looks like Ramiro's starting for 2.5 million. Sarr's free.
I think I'd prefer Sarr. Georgia.
We've got Patricio as well. Patricio used to play for Wolves. He's one of the keepers, but yeah, it's not confirmed, is it? That's the starting lineup. It's just what we've heard.
I'd do Cancelo to Hernandez. I think if you'd save, they're the same price.
Hernandez is 5 million. Grimaldo's 4.5. Same price.
4.5. And then I'd try and get Mbappe in. Maybe take the punt there. Shout out to Owen Higgins. Luke Sinclair has 0.5 left over. Dubravka, Cancelo, Trent, Mittelstadt, Szoboszlai, Doku, Musiala, Bellingham, Havertz, Ronaldo, Lukaku. Trent, Doku, Havertz out. Any ideas who for? It's quite similar actually. Would you take Doku out? Not been getting bonus like he usually does.
No, I just leave him in.
Yeah,
leave him in.
Last
Definitely.
game. Yeah, it's been good. I'm just surprised he hasn't got bonus. Yeah, I'd leave Doku.
Quite a bit of money in Cancelo. You could move on to something else. Ronaldo, obviously. Yeah. I mean, if there's not like Trent's in there as well, isn't he?
It's not a bad team actually.
Yeah. So
I'd probably get Trent and Cancelo out.
yeah, maybe go Theo Hernandez, Grimaldo, and then Mbappe if you can afford it. If not, then do what Scott said. Could bring in Navas from Spain, 2.5 million. And then you've got your money for Mbappe up front.
I hope he does start. By the way, this is all based on him being in that picture, so it is all just guesswork. But I suppose if you do spend 2.5, it's not the end of the world. Mr. H, good evening. Gary Walker, good evening. Said Tupri, 8th in the Dream Team League, has no clue what he's doing. Look, if you're 8th, mate, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Mbappe in or out? It kind of is 50-50, but I'm liking the idea of it. But don't blame us if you don't start.
Yeah, it's tricky. But look, he should. I mean, if he's playing friendlies, surely he's going to be ready for the match. They need to win, don't they?
It's a must-win, isn't it? I know they all go through, but like the difference in team you can play by winning it and coming second is massive. Yeah, shout out Luke. He said 74 people were waiting, I think, before we went live. So may as well give it a like. So do give us a like if you haven't already on the video. Cheers for that, mate. Reese is saying Mbappe is on the wild card. So he's either playing UEFA Fantasy or means he's going to do it next week when we get the unlimited transfers. Another one, do we risk Mbappe? Again, your shout on that one, but I think I like it.
Joselu is only 2.5 million.
2.5.
Yeah.
That's a nice price, isn't it? And he always seems to bag a goal, doesn't he? Lately.
He's going nowhere near my team.
No.
I've got too many bad watching him in the Premier League. I know he's improved, but no thank you.
Yeah, Dean saying might be a shout if you've got 12th man. UDDR local services, evening, mate. Reese Avel. Realistically, Deschamps said he's in contention last game, so crucial game for France. Yeah, I think they're going to give him a go. I also think it would have been different if they'd have done really well without him, but they've not been banging goals, have they?
No.
Jonathan, thinking of bringing Gakpo, KDB, and Virgil in for Ronaldo, Bruno, Cancelo. Getting cold feet is hearing the Kane rumours. His back is not good. I've not heard that.
Yeah, I've not heard anything about that.
I'm getting on Twitter now.
Send us some information in the chat if you've got any.
Yeah. Elaborate, but I've not heard anything about his back at the minute. Do you like that? Virgil van Dijk in for Cancelo? We prefer. Oh, I've lost your sound there. Can't hear you. Can you hear me all right? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear us. All right, I can't hear you at the minute. Hang on. It says you're on mute.
Hey-o.
There we go. That's it. You're back. Yeah, sorry. You instead of Virgil van Dijk?
I wouldn't bring Van Dijk in for this game. Austria's decent side. I know Van Dijk might have penalties as well, but I like Hernandez. France looks solid, and I like Ronaldo as a punt because he scored 10 goals last season from wing back, 12 assists. I just think it'd be a nice little differential.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice one, and then you can.
I take set pieces as well.
That's not just like a little 1 week punt that you're not going to be keeping hold of. I do like the idea of it, really. Yeah, the only thing I'd question on that one is just the Virgil van Dijk. I think Gakpo and KDB both been pretty impressive. Hi to KK. Miss Snoopy. Mbappe is just a Y away from being a maybe. Have I read that wrong?
It's saying because his name looks like it says
Oh.
maybe.
Kevin is joining us from Twitter. Oh yeah, look, he's got a little Twitter next to his name. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Cool. We're getting used to using this. Right, Jack, take Portugal players out. Bruno, CR. Now they're through. Yeah, I think so. And then there was that quote that we just read out that does sound like he's going to rotate. Money, no object. Top 3 players for Matchday 3. Mike White. What do you reckon? We're big on these defenders, aren't we, for this week?
Yeah.
KDB after yesterday?
Yeah, KDB. Lukaku, he's got to score any. 3 goals disallowed. Misses loads of chances. At least he's getting the chances. Yeah. And Mbappe, if he's back.
Just checking in on this Matchday 3 booster poll. We've got 212 votes currently. Goal bonuses at 8%. Max captain at 34%. 12th man at 11%. And then we've got 47% saying they're not using a booster. So could be a quiet one for boosters potentially. Your money, no object. Top 3. Yeah, KDB I like. I'd still have Lukaku. And then one of these premium Ronaldo or Hernandez I like. Is someone else questioning the Kane has a back injury? I haven't heard it. But if anyone could elaborate in the chat, that would help because I've got him. Should you keep Ronaldo? I think we're both taking him out. Oh, your mic's gone again, Ben. What's happening there?
If I knew he was, starting, I'd keep him, obviously. But
yeah,
it's just with the comments, it looks like he might be rested. It makes sense to rest him as well.
UDDR. I've gone hard on England. Bellingham, Foden, Pickford.
Rather you than me, mate. It's one thing watching them as your team, but then having all your players in England as well. It's like double bummer if they're crap again. I mean, if you're confident, go for it, mate. At the end of the day, that's what we're all about.
I quite liked the idea of maybe taking a punt on Trippier if Trent's not in the team. Might be a bit nearer. Might be a bit nearer to bonus than he has been, but he's still playing on the left, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't know. He might do like I said. He might go 3-4-3 and then bring a winger on at the left. I don't know. I really don't want to touch England. I've got England players, but I'll just keep on what I've got.
What England you got in a minute? Trent
and Kane.
Trent and Kane.
I'm just going to keep Trent because I might not start, but I've got 4 players that are risky players. I mean, I could keep Ronaldo and sell Trent, but then if I get to the final date, or it's at the final date, and then Ronaldo's not playing, I'll be gutted I didn't use that money to get someone else in. So
yeah, as well with him, even if he is benched,
Trent might come on.
Yeah, he seems to be hitting bonus like in no time at all each time, doesn't he? Carl Anderson, would you use max cap booster this week with so much up in the air? Yeah, I think this is the one that if I had it, I'd use it this week. And 33% of our voters say they're using it, opposed to 11% of 12th man and 8% for goal bonus. Boris the Blade reckons Kane will definitely start. Evening Nathan Wisby, one of our Patreon members. Evening Daniel.
Evening Nathan.
Carl Anderson, out of 3 players, I guess lose one. Kane, Mbappe or KDB. Which one would you go without or prefer to go without?
Kane if I'm going to take one out, but I won't take any of them out.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Kane if you had to, but yeah, I'd like to try and have them all if you could. Nathan, Ronaldo or Jota? Grimaldo, a good shout. Yeah, we're both liking Grimaldo. Would you go Jota?
Yeah, I like Jota. Jota's a good shout. Like I say, he's good for a goal. He come on the other night, scored, didn't he? And got this allowed for offside. Grimaldo, I really like Grimaldo. He's just attacking potential is ridiculous. So hopefully he gets a game because I'm really looking forward to seeing him play.
I quite like the shout. Maybe going Jota. I've lost where we are here. Boris. There we go. KK saying Germany getting their squad out early is flexing their muscle. showing they're not fast. Let's see if we've got any lineups out. We imagine that it's going to be Germany unchanged, though, don't we?
Yeah.
Can't see anything on Twitter at the minute. Ronnie needs a goal. He'll play until he gets one. You did say you thought that might happen, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ronaldo, 39 free games in a week. Take a seat. Mbappe, 12th man, or save it. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. This one, but
yes,
I do think that round of 16 does look good as well. But I feel like a lot of people will have him by that point, so you could get ahead if it doesn't work for your team at the minute.
I've just seen a video there at the England-Denmark game. A lad for a forfeit's been dressed up in a full Scotland kit with a kilt, and on the back it says "muck shit at FPL." That's the forfeit for coming bottom of the mini league.
So I've seen a few of these actually. They're so good. Who's up next? Adil saying save 12th man for now. Team Escosia, surely Neto starts. He's came off the bench twice and done reasonable. Also very direct. Yeah, I noticed that. He seems to be one of the first sort of subs they make, bringing on. He's a good player, isn't he? And he's normally does quite well for bonus as well.
Yeah.
When he's not injured. So yeah, he could do well for bonus points potentially. Killian's thinking Ronnie to Mbappe, Dalot to Voutface, and Doku out as he's been disappointing. I don't like the Doku out one, but I know what you mean. He hasn't. I thought he was going to clean up for bonus, but
he can't help it if Lukaku can't trap a bag of sand, can
he? Even
he
just
put one on a plate to him before, and he just like fumbled it.
But just dribbles alone, he was normally getting bonus. Quite strange. Bringing in Gundogan and Max Captain, have top three of Kane, Mbappe, and Lukaku. Yeah, I think that's all right. Mbappe will miss the next game if he gets a yellow. Seems a big risk on top of a risk. I forgot about him.
We get a wild card in the next round anyway, don't we? So it won't matter if he misses the next game.
No, I think he means it's a risk for France. If you know what I mean.
All right, yeah. When did the yellows reset again? Once you get to knockout stage, need to check that.
Let's have a look. After the quarterfinals.
Yeah. Well, Germany's got 3 yellow cards, haven't they? And they're still playing the first 14. So.
Yeah, Mittelstadt, Andrick. Can't remember who the other ones were. Miss Noopy. Amazing answer to the rotation question. Very thorough. Cheers. Any idea when the Germany team will be released? Like, it's not been out officially, but like everyone keeps saying they're unchanged. Oh no, I have just seen a leak though, but not for one of today's games. Apparently, Trippier is a doubt. Not that many people would have him. Trippier has been carrying a calf issue. Ezri Konsa and Gomez will be in line to replace Trippier if you choose to rotate him. Not good, eh?
No.
Would you stick Trent at left back?
I wouldn't mind it if they let him do the inverted role. if you could come, because Leicester did that with Ricardo Pereira. He's a right back, but he played inverted midfielder all season, and it depended on who we were playing. He played either left side or right side, and he's never played left side before. But because he comes into midfield and plays with Harry Winks in midfield, it works. So I would like to see Trent do that.
That would make that back three, like you said, wouldn't it? With like Walker, Gay and Stones. Just checking in our Discord to see if they've got any of the lineups, because they're normally on it, but not seen any yet. Only half hour, so start locking in your teams just in case, and then you can make your backup plan if you need to. Alex taking all three of his Portugal players out: Cancelo, Bruno, Ronaldo. Bring in Castagne, and it will either be Musiala and Mbappe coming in, or KDB and Gakpo. What pairing do you like there?
It's tricky, that.
I like KDB, but I think I prefer the other double.
Yeah, Musiala's might come off early, but Mbappe could be explosive. Gakpo's really good for the Netherlands.
I think that'll be a hard game.
Yeah, it's tricky, that.
Anyone fancy Watkins? Not for me. Kane ain't the problem. I don't think he's the problem. Max captain or goal boost? You check our poll out. That's I think the best signal there. Max captain is leading the way for people that are playing boosters.
Yeah.
Philip, evening. Teams in Belgium's group could all finish on 4 points. Will teams qualify with 3 points from the other groups? No, they would just choose whoever finishes third in that group.
Yeah.
I think they wouldn't choose a fourth place if they had more points, would they?
No. Yeah. So yeah, basically, a third 3 points team could qualify. Ronaldo. Portugal qualified with 3 points, didn't they? When they won it, I think they drew 3 games in the group stages and then went on to win it.
Yeah, they're not going to put through a team in fourth, even if they have more points than a third place team in another group. Who has more chance of playing the next game, Cancelo or DeMarco? Because DeMarco's apparently missed training, I think, with an injury. Let me look up the latest for him.
I think DeMarco's got more chance if he is going to be fit, but Cancelo looks like he's going to be rested.
19 minutes ago, someone called Lorenzo Bertoni. I don't know how legit he is, but he's got a quote actually. So from Spalletti, the quote says, DeMarco is fit again, so he's available for selection, but we'll have a fitness test tomorrow to confirm what we've seen. 19 minutes ago, so yeah, I think maybe he could be all right, but I think I'd try and keep DeMarco instead of Cancelo. I think. UDDR thinks that Watkins is going to start. Boris doesn't think he's going to start. I don't think he starts. Evening, Will Weaver. Jake Jones. James Robertson. DeMarco is injured. He won't play Matchday 3. Yeah, conflicting stuff on Twitter at the minute. But something 19 minutes ago seems to think he will play. Mosen, spreading out my lineup for this one to try and maximise points. Also due to the danger of too many from one team, increasing the chance of someone in my lineup not starting. Lots of people saying max captain for their booster for this week.
Yeah, I think I'd max captain this week if I had it.
Did you use it this week then?
I used it last week, yeah.
Last week.
And I didn't get much points as you. I was hovering over Kane captaincy and he got 9. And I think Lukaku was my vice captain, so he got 8. And I ended up with a 10-pointer doubled to 20. So
Is
I
that
only
Bruno?
gained a point. I got Musiala on 10 as well. So I only gained a point out of that. And the goal booster, I only got 1 goal in the first game week. So not too good at the moment. But I have done all right with my points.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't.
For me so far, but yeah, it's I've been doing all right this season. This tournament, steady away.
Where are you at for rank at the minute? I don't know.
I think I was like 19k. I'll have to double check. Still early days. I haven't really been taking much notice of it.
The changes are so like mad at this early on. I went from like 130k to
18k I am.
I went to 12k. Yeah, massive swings, isn't it?
Any Newcastle? Any Germany leaks yet?
No, I keep refreshing Twitter, but I've not had anything. Anyone in the chat seen any lineups coming out?
All I keep seeing on my Twitter is the Malaga celebrations, promoted back to the second division, from Champions League to third tier, now back up to second division. The airport at 5:30 in the morning was full of Malaga fans as the players have come back to celebrate. So on the football away days, the video, you have to check it out. It's ridiculous.
Got your top on.
Yeah, got my top on.
Will saying why before the quarters. Obviously, that came through a while ago. It might have been. Did you say you wanted to use something before the quarters?
Yeah, I'd say I'd use my chips before the quarters because that's when the top teams are in the last day, and you're less likely going to get hat tricks and stuff like that. Then, so I was thinking, if you're going to 12th man, maybe last 16, you might get a nice draw, so you can get 4 strikers in or something there. But yeah, it's each to their own. It's just my opinion, really.
We've got a lot of people arguing over Ronaldo. It looks like Abraham saying Cristiano Ronaldo will play ? I don't think he will. But Daniel Fox says Ronaldo will play. And Daniel says if Ronaldo isn't on the pitch, he'll be managing the team.
Yeah, like he did in the final in 2016.
Alex saying, would you get Ronaldo out? Yeah, I'm transferring him out. I'm pretty set on that. Unless there's any crazy last minute news I need to mess about with. We've got a super chat just come through. Cheers, Darren McPherson. Hernandez, KDB, Gakpo, or Hernandez, Ericsson, and Mbappe. Ooh. What do you reckon, Ben? So Hernandez in both. 5 mil. So it's KDB and Gakpo versus Ericsson and Mbappe. That's hard.
Yeah. I like both of them, really. Have you got 12th man left? If you think Mbappe's starting, you could bring Mbappe in for 12th man. And then do Gakpo and KDB. But yeah, I like Mbappe for this game if he's definitely starting.
I think I'd do, if I had to choose, I think I would do Hernandez, Ericsson, Mbappe. I think the only downside is though we still don't know for 100% that Mbappe starts, but I feel like Mbappe's that much better than Gakpo. But Ericsson still does all right, doesn't he? Compared to KDB, perhaps.
He's a different player when he plays Denmark.
Yeah. He's planning to use his max captain, he said. Cheers, Darren, for the super chat. So max captain this week. I'd go the second one, I think. And I'd take a gamble on Mbappe. And then if it does go off, he'd be a captain. And I don't think many people that bring in Mbappe will captain him.
Yeah, I think I agree.
So then you've got a bit of best of both. Because if you did bring him in and captain him and it went wrong, it could be hurtful. Yeah, no, I think I prefer the second one. Hernandez, Ericsson, and Mbappe, if I had to choose. Cheers for the super chats, mate. Where were we before that one? He was arguing about will Cristiano Ronaldo play? Do we think Bruno and Ronaldo will be rested? Yeah, I think both
Yeah,
will.
I think they will be. The comments.
Joe, back to your comment about when England beat Germany. I think was it Sterling scored?
Yeah, that was it. Bloody hell, Sterling.
Someone switched on. Are people risking Mbappe? I think people will. I think people will risk it. We don't know which way it will go though. But do you think if he does play, everyone's going to have him, aren't they, the following week? So I think if you want to try and get ahead, could be a shout. Mr. H, Gakpo in. A lot of people liking Gakpo. He's doing well for points, isn't he? He's right up there. Let's have a look. Is it 19 points? I just don't like that fixture very much. Austria. They've looked all right. Yeah, Gakpo, high scoring striker with 21 points. Not bad at all. 5 points against France. I wouldn't bring him in, personally. Would you, Ben?
What's that?
Would you bring Gakpo in?
No, I think Austria's a good team. I can't see there being lots of goals in that game. I think because he's done so well on the bonus as well, he's coming up well on the points. But yeah, I think look at the other fixtures. There's bigger teams against smaller teams, so there might be some more goals there.
Someone's just tweeted on us. That's a while ago, actually. But Szoboszlai is supposed to be fit. If anyone was interested in that. I still haven't had any teams, just after we've been bigging up how this team's been coming out early. We've got just under 20 minutes until the deadline.
I'm just trying to get some leaks.
Yeah, you keep having a look for that, and I'll keep going for these questions. So we've got Luke. Jude can play where Trent was as box-to-box regardless. Foden in the 10, Gordon left. Yeah, I'd try it out. I'd try it out. I just fear that he's going to then... We'd do it. We'll look really good against Slovenia, hopefully, and then we'll draw some semi-good team, and then he'll just turn it back again. Somewhat defensive. Daniel Fox reckons Gallagher's going to play 100%. Hope he doesn't, because he hasn't been that impressive when he has come on, I don't think. What do you think of Cardamondo's question? Jota and Saka or Gakpo and De Bruyne?
Jota and De Bruyne. Gakpo and De Bruyne out of them two.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go for the De Bruyne one. I quite like the look of him. Daniel's in agreement as well. Heath Robson. Hi, fellas. How many of these do you see playing in Matchday 3? So, Pickford, he's going to play. Walker, I think he plays. Face and Castagna or Castane?
Yeah.
Both play. That's 4.
Yeah.
I think Gundo's going to play 5. Ericsson 6. Szoboszlai, I think, is going to play 7. But then I think Bruno might get left out. So we'll keep you on 7 players. Lukaku plays 8.
Yeah.
But then maybe CR7 doesn't play. You could be on 8 players potentially, I reckon. Got another super chat come in. Thank you very much to FPS Lukey 94. Let me find, where can I bring that up? There we go. Who are you fancying as a replacement for Bruno? There's 6 million.
Similar price. I'd say De Bruyne. Got to win. Or Griezmann. I like Griezmann because he's on set pieces for France. And if the Mbappe one goes wrong, then he'll be on penalties as well. Surely Mbappe starts.
I think he will. I think I'm going to straight swap to Bellingham, I think. I think he's definitely going to play, and he seems to be doing well for bonus, doesn't he? And my heart is saying that we turn it around in this last game. But I do also want De Bruyne. If you can get to De
Go on, say
Bruyne,
it. You've got to say it.
what, it's coming home?
I'm not
Say
saying
what?
it. That was it. That was it. That's all I wanted you to say.
If you can get to De Bruyne, I'd prioritise De Bruyne, but I still think Bellingham is a very good pick. I think. So yeah, either of them, I think, to be honest with you. Yeah, cheers for the super chat, mate. Every time I click a super chat, I lose where we were in the actual chat on this. Who did we have last?
14 minutes to the deadline.
14. Make sure you're locked in. Set your captains. Set your boosters. I think I'm looking set, unless there's any. I'm waiting for some bloody team leaks, but we've had nothing. When should they be out? It should be
Usually
out.
quarter.
Yeah, it should be out just before 7, shouldn't it? Are you good to keep an eye out for it? Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, trying to, yeah.
All right, let me know. Cardamondo would love to sack off the boosters. Yeah, same. Should bring on Benny Hill for England. De Bruyne or Bruno? I think with both. De Bruyne. Anyone got their eye on Ferran Torres for Spain in game week 3 NC? I like that shout. I prefer that a Yarzabiol. I have to keep practicing saying it. I don't know if I'm butchering that. You're more Spanish than me, Ben.
Oh, yeah, Sabal.
That one.
It's not bad.
Him or Torres? Do you prefer Torres?
A few years ago, I would have gone Torres. But yeah, Sabal was looking good for goals, isn't he, at the moment? But
A little bit
I don't
recency,
know.
I suppose.
It's that Torres is not being very consistent for Barcelona, has he?
Alad taking out 3 Portugal players: Cancelo, Bruno, Ronaldo, bringing in Castagna at the back. I think it'll either be Musiala and Mbappe coming in, or KDB and Gakpo. We've had this one a lot. Mbappe. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling Mbappe. Should get a mask. Kevin Groves is saying nope to Torres. That's true. If Mbappe gets caught in the face, his nose is going to turn to dust. Bit dramatic, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, that's probably why I wouldn't captain him if I did have him. Anonymous G, a week early when you get free transfers in the last 16. I can't remember what we were talking about when that came through.
It's not about the overhaul.
Maybe. Verts and Gundogan, keep or sell? I'm keeping Gundogan. Here we go. Shout out to Nobbles, who's just sent me a DM on Twitter. So shout out to DT Nobbles. He's just sent me the lineup for Germany. So we've got Neuer in goal, Mittelstadt left back, Tar, Rudiger, Kimmich, Kroos, Andrick, Gundogan, Verts, Musiala, and Havertz. That's unchanged, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's unchanged. It's on the page. Bayern and Germany. Let me refresh, see if it's coming out anywhere else as well. But yeah, looks unchanged for Germany again. Yeah, Ryan asking for team news. I think that's it. Unchanged. De Bruyne or Mbappe? Straight shootout, Ben. You can only have one.
De Bruyne is nailed, but Mbappe could be more explosive. I go De Bruyne.
I think the playing it safe answer is De Bruyne, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I'm liking Mbappe. I'm going Mbappe. The German team again, yeah, I've seen it in multiple places now actually. So Neuer, Rudiger, Tar, Kimmich, Mittelstadt at the back. You've got Kroos, you've got Andrick, you've got Musiala, Gundogan, and Wirtz, and then Havertz up top, unchanged. So NC said he didn't feel Musiala would start, but the team news is out.
Bosh.
I thought that said Cal the Dragon. It's Callum Deegan. Cal the Dragon says Mittelstadt is on a card. Reckon Raum could get a run out. I reckon they'll early change that, Callum. I think they'll make that change if they're ahead, just in case. Does
Team
Fulkrug
news.
get a start?
Come now.
9 minutes,
Yes.
guys. Get your team sorted so I can go with my plan now that I know my Germany players are here. So I'm locked in. Are you locked in, Ben?
I am, but I'm not happy. I don't know. I just feel a bit dodgy, with Mbappe.
Yeah. We've got a super chat come through from DD1. Let's bring this up on screen. Oh, we've got two actually. Sorry. So Daniel Leaper first is off to make the final team so that he can beat Tony. Good luck. Let him have it.
Good luck, Daniel.
And then DD1. Which of these three defenders? Which two of these three defenders? Teo Hernandez, Grimaldo, Dallo.
Well, I've been saying it all night. Teo Hernandez and Grimaldo for me.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think Dallo's a decent option, but if you can afford those two, Grimaldo and Hernandez, surely one of them's getting an attacking return. And they're nice fixtures as well, I think, for clean sheets. So yeah. Unanimous there. Hernandez and Grimaldo. Cheers, DD1. We can just ignore the ones asking for that Germany lineup now, or questions on the Germany lineup, because it seems like it's solved.
Unchanged.
Was that?
Unchanged, the lineup,
Unchanged. Yeah. Oh, for a second, I thought you said one change, and I was thinking, I swear that was unchanged. Griezmann or Mbappe? Mbappe for me.
Yeah.
Riskier. NC was saying if Germany lose, they still finish top. Switzerland will be top if Switzerland can beat Germany. Shout out to Jim Daily Comedy. He's actually got some brilliant videos up on Twitter and YouTube, I think, as well. So check them out. Transfer out Szoboszlai or Ericsson.
I like them both this week. So I think Szoboszlai's got more chance scoring. So they're both great picks for this week as well. So it's hard, but I keep Szoboszlai.
Yeah, I can't take Szoboszlai out before Scotland. I think he's going to do well.
They've conceded the most games in one game, haven't they? Most goals in one game. This in the Euros.
I do agree with this comment here. Like, what? Why would you take out Ericsson or Szoboszlai? I think they're both good.
Serbia's a harder game, I think.
Swap Ronaldo for KDB. I like that. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Mbappe is on a yellow though, so double the risk. But yeah, like we said, we've got unlimited transfers next, so it's fine for us, but not for France if he gets that. Jim, Dubravka, Gahey, Mittelstadt, Cancelo, Szoboszlai, Gundogan, Ericsson, Bellingham, Kane, Lukaku, Ronaldo. Considering Cancelo, Ronaldo, and one more out for Teo, Jota, and one more. Yeah, get Musiala in. That Germany team looks fine. It's unchanged. Do you know this? Is Hancho injured? I think he is.
I see why he's injured. I didn't look too much into it, but because I don't have him. But I think he's injured.
I'm just having a look now, and doesn't look like Shaqiri starts this one either. He's a one game wonder. Sommer, Vidma, Akanji, and Bolo, Freuler, Shaka, Rodriguez, and Doy, Abisha, and Cher.
Yeah, take your points and run. Whoever's kept Shaqiri last week.
And, yeah, the 1 week I didn't have him. What else we got? If England can't beat Slovenia, then we should just go home.
Yeah.
Next games aren't till July. Does Ronaldo really need a rest? Really, right? Is it July after this round? Yeah. Matchday round of 16. Saturday 29th of June, but basically, yeah. Will Germany play Wirtz? He's playing for sure. We'll probably play Gomez at right back for England. 5 minutes, people. Lock your teams. Lock your teams in. I'm going to have to pick a few out here because we've got so many left. Best 5 million non-German midfielder.
Dembele.
Oh, I'd go for one of the Spanish punts, I think, in midfield. I quite like the look of Neto for 1 week punt. Then you can get rid of him the week after. Willing to give your captain away yet, Ben, or are we waiting until after deadline?
I'll do it after the deadline.
Yeah, we'll wait. Reasoning behind the thoughts of Ronaldo and Bruno getting rested. They've won the group already, so I just don't think it's a risk. They've got nothing to gain by winning this by any more points. Was Allen wants KDB, but hard to find a budget. Best mid for 6 million or under, just for this game week. I like Bellingham, 6 mil still. Who's at 5? I still like Doku. I know people were saying they would take him out, but I still like it. Is Bellingham to KDB a good move or mental? I'd put KDB above Bellingham.
Yeah. I'm just confirming my transfers.
Yeah, that's fine. Just looking. Yeah, 3 minutes, guys. Lock them in. Double check, triple check. Sort your captain. Mine's ready to go. Any news on Hanso? I don't know. Sorry, but he sounded like he was out. Oh, good. 1 hour ago, good news for Hancho MRI scan. I've not got a chance to read the full article though in 2 minutes. Sorry. £3 million differential defender or midfielder. I liked Navas for 2.5 million, getting that Spain defence.
He's decent. Only for 3 million.
Yeah. Sims accidentally confirmed his transfers yesterday, tinkering. You can change it quickly. You've got 2 minutes on Dream Team. You can still change it. But don't mess about too much.
Felt face as well, 3 million for Belgium.
Good shout. Replacements for Bruno, 5.5. The pressure. I still like Doku. Danny Olmo, maybe.
1 minute to go.
We won't do any more team questions in 1 minute. We'll mess people up changing last minute. But shout out to a few people. So we've got FPL Shauno in there. Shout out Connor, Conk, FF. Shout out to Sims Gaming. Shout out to Daniel Fox, Daniel B. Shout out to James Fricker. Familiar James Fricker. Have you heard of James Fricker before?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Hope you're doing well, mate.
Yeah, get your likes in. Come
Get
on.
them likes in. 47 likes. It must be on more now. I can't see it from here.
Get subscribed as well.
Come on. Yeah, we will. No more questions on which players they're in and out because you've got 1 minute now. Just get it done. Shout out Gary Robinson. Shout out William, Daniel B, Kevin Groves, Jay in the chat, Ash Ingram, Luke High, Anonymous G, Ryan Trina.
That's your lot.
We're done. We're locked.
That's your baby onion.
Ian does gigs. in the chat. Oh my God, it's Robies. Cheers for tuning in. Clunes, hope you're good, mate. Kyle, James. You see what we've done?
What, transfers?
Yep. So we're locked,
Yeah.
loaded.
Yeah, thanks everyone for your questions.
We'll manage round of 16 team, it says now.
Does
Right,
it?
just get my team up ready. Right. Go on, Ben. What have you done?
Right. So, I've done the 3 Portugueses out, and I brought in Jota for Ronaldo. I've brought in De Bruyne for Bruno Fernandes, and I've brought in Grimaldo for Cancelo. I've gone all in on my chips, and I've brought in Mbappe, 12th man.
You've 12'd it.
Yeah. Let's have a look. It's just gone.
See, I think I might be able to bring it. Hang on, I might be able to bring it up on the screen quickly. Hang on.
So Dubravka in goal, Sufal versus Turkey, Grimaldo versus Albania, Trent against Slovenia, possibly won't start but might get minutes. De Bruyne versus Ukraine, Musiala versus Switzerland, Szoboszlai versus Scotland, Ericsson versus Serbia, Kane vice captain versus Slovenia. Basically, I just left it on Kane because I know he'll start. But I think Lukaku against Ukraine's decent. He's got a bang this week. And Jota should start against Georgia. And I like him for a goal. So that's me. What you done? What do you think anyway?
Is that your team on the screen there?
Yeah, that's my team, mate.
Yeah, I think that looks good. I think Ronaldo will do well, to be fair. I just couldn't really get there. Yeah, Trent, I'm not sure how he'll do, but I wouldn't have taken him out like you.
Yeah.
Mine's looking fairly similar. I've got a few similar ones too. So Jota up front could be a good one. That's a nice fixture, isn't it?
Yeah. Just hope he starts.
Yeah.
And then Ronaldo will be so good.
I do think it makes sense though. Like this final week, just maybe take a few punts, you know, because you're not going to be stuck with him, are you?
Yeah.
Right. Let me see how easy I can get my team. No, I like it. And you'll see that I've got a few similarities. This is me. Zoom.
12th man as well then, Mbappe.
Yeah, so I've gone, obviously keep Dubravka, keep Mittelstadt, Gahey, but I've taken out Cancelo for Koundé. I would have done Hernandez had I been able to afford it, but that's all I had. I had the 4 million, and I think that he would be a decent way into that France defence. Obviously, more attacking. I was looking at the heat maps, and he's still quite attacking down that side. I also think he's the opposite side of Mbappe, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Hernandez is Mbappe's side, isn't he? So, yeah, maybe a back post from across from Hernandez or an Mbappe, maybe. So that's my back three. I've brought in Bellingham for Bruno. I think he'll still do well regardless of where he gets. If he does get moved further back, I think he'll still do well for bonus.
Yeah.
He's always a threat, isn't he? Szoboszlai stays. Musiala, Gundogan both stay. And then De Bruyne has come in for Ronaldo. So it's all 3 Portuguese players out. Cancelo, Bruno, Ronaldo for Koundé, Bellingham, De Bruyne. And then front 2, Kane, Lukaku. I did have it on Kane for a while, the armband. But the more I looked at it, I think it was like wishful thinking, hoping that England do well. Whereas with Belgium, we've seen Lukaku's had so many chances to score. Or he's scored 3 goals, hasn't he? And they've got disallowed. So it's got to happen sooner or later. And then Mbappe, 12th man. It did feel a bit silly because, like, I feel like the round of 16 could be better for Mbappe, fixture wise potentially, and you at least know that he's available.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I'm going to make ground on people, can't do what other people are doing at the exact same time. So if you can get there a week early, I quite like the idea of that. So yeah, that's me for this week. Let's just have a look and see if we've got Tony's team as well. So he's kept with Lunin, looks like, in goal.
He loves keeping the old substitute keepers, doesn't he? I mean, it does pay off because they don't score many points in this game.
I can't tell who he's taken out actually, but he's got Rudiger, Mendes, and Mittelstadt at the back. Doku, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Musiala in midfield. And then he's gone max captain this week, and he's gone Lukaku, Gakpo, and Kane. So no Mbappe for Tony, but a lot of the chat wanted Gakpo, and he's gone for Gakpo as well. Daniel's there keeping his ear on that. Yeah, I'm a bit worried. Bexy in the chat saying one nudge from a Polish centre back and Mbappe's nose is finished. It is a worry. It is a gamble. And then we've got James's team as well. So he's on Dubravka, he's gone Hernandez, Gehi, Mittelstadt, Musiala, Szoboszlai, Eriksson, Wirtz. And he's transferred Mbappe in and played max captain, and he's got Kane and Lukaku up top. But that's us. FPS Lukey has gambled to put captain Mbappe. You've got the vice captain anyway, haven't you? So it's not too bad if it does go wrong. But yeah, that's 7 o'clock. Deadline has passed. Next stop is the round of 16. So good luck, everyone, for match day 3. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not already. Anything to add, Ben?
Yeah, just good luck, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. And see you on the next one.
Cheers, everyone. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.